Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kiesta's Friday 5. We are here with another month, and this month we're focusing on something a little different. I'm actually going to dive deeper into my personal story, how I got started on everything I'm currently doing, and how you can be a part of it too. I first wanted to start out with a little introduction of who I am and what's around me. Well, like I said, my name's Kiesta. I'm 34 years old. I love cats, hot coffee, long walks, and I do love a good snowstorm. You heard that right, a snowstorm. Yes. I grew up in the Air Force. I was fortunate enough to live in Germany and Italy when I was younger. My dad served for 24 years in the Air Force. I was raised throughout the entire world, but most of my time was spent in Minot, North Dakota, and on that Air Force base with other people, just like me, with parents serving in the Air Force. The one thing I did learn that wasn't an awesome thing growing up in the Air Force was I didn't know who I was. I tried to fit in with everybody. I moved to a new school and I saw that girl in bell-bottom jeans and I needed the newest bell-bottom jeans, the crop tops. All the things that are actually coming back into style now is what I needed when I was younger. I never really loved who I was and appreciated the person that God made me to be. I wanted just to look back at last week's video real quick and share two of the tools that I use every single day. I referenced the Start Today journal with Rachel Hollis, and the template was pretty easy to explain, but I want to show you here. So every day there's something written, gratefulness and my dreams as though they've already been made or achieved, So it's my kids remain my priority. I am a successful fitness and mindfulness coach. I wrote a book. I completed 75 hard. I do all of this every day to remind me, we can flip back and look, to remind me that that's my dream and that's what I'm going to be doing. Love this tool. You could also do that in a notebook. Here's the other. We all have a friend in Jesus. And every single day, I jot a little just note, prayer, thought to Jesus. We have a conversation. Those are a couple of the things. I also met my husband in Grand Forks at UND, where I attended college. We then moved here to Fargo, North Dakota, where we started our family after getting married in 2015. We had our lovely daughter, Charlotte, just turned 9 in 2016, and our son, Jameson, who will turn 8 in 2017. 2015, 16, and 17 were very busy years for us, and we as parents and individuals really didn't focus on ourselves. Fast forward a few more years and you have a global pandemic that shut down the entire world and really allowed us to reevaluate our family's priorities. During that COVID shutdown, a piece of my story involves a suicide attempt. I'm an extrovert, I feed off people, and I love being in community. So unfortunately, my brain was telling me things that weren't true, and I thought that the best way to escape that was to not be here anymore. God saved me so I can be here with you today to remind you and share. If that's your story, you're not alone. If you're struggling today, it's okay. Honor your struggle and just hold on to tomorrow. There are so many resources and things that we can reach out for, but living through it, I understand that the reaching out is one of the hardest parts you can do. I am so fortunate that that path has led me just down an insanely ferocious and fiery journey towards Jesus and peace. My main goal is to wake up and go to bed with a peace in my heart, and I want my kids to do the same thing. Last October, we actually moved here up into a 9-acre farm north of Fargo. You guys, graduating from high school, I wanted to move to New York City and have a blazer and a briefcase and all the things that you think are success when you're little. Now, I happily will trade that blazer for some rain boots and some cat food, and I'm out in the garden working. Mind you, I'm still at community events and doing other things, which brought me to last year where I was fortunate enough to serve as Mrs. North Dakota 2024. Mrs. North Dakota International was such a journey for me, got me out of my comfort zone, and that is where we're going to start next week on Kiesta's Friday 5 here in the month of August. Thanks for tuning in.